My name is Daria. I'm a PhD candidate at HEC Paris in the Human Resources and Management Department, and I'm graduating this year. Being at HEC was really encouraging and really motivating, and it helped me gain the confidence to do exciting things and new things, also professionally and personally. So for instance, I started going to art school, and it has really enhanced my creativity, both at work and at home. But one of the things I think was very challenging for me is understanding that your failures do not define who you are. So the thing is that in academia we talk a lot about successes, and in general life we talk a lot about successes. But then there's also a lot of failure and a lot of rejection that you experience as an academic. For instance, you do not get into conferences, there is sometimes research that doesn't work out. And so for me the challenge was to understand that even if I fail at those things, they do not necessarily say anything about me as a person, and to take distance from that and to learn how to take the distance. That was particularly difficult. I think it would be the meadow that is facing in our offices. So yeah, we spent a lot of good times there, and if you'd like, I could actually show you if you would like to see that. Okay, well, we're just gonna get out of the window right over here, as we do. Yeah, so we sometimes would get out of here and walk all the way here. And we used to have also a table and chairs here on the meadow, but for some reason they're gone. But this is basically my favorite spot. So here you would come out in the spring, there's a lot of flowers, you can hear birds as well. And sometimes when you stay during the evening in the office, you would see deers come out there, and pheasants and herons as well. So it's a really nice spot. And a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago, when me and my colleague Olga Ivanova, who is now in Switzerland, so we would, after our exams, our comprehensive exams here on campus, we would go to the farm, just like right next door. We would pick cherries and we would pick strawberries, and we would bring it back, and we had a picnic here with cider and strawberries. And it was really nice because it was at the end of our first PhD year. And yeah, it's a great memory actually. And then we sit in the offices and we look outside here and see some green, and it's encouraging to remember there is the world outside of doing research as well. So for academics, it's really important that you publish your research and that you present your research to people that are in the field. And one of the things that we have as PhD students at HEC that is very important on top of the scholarship is also access to funding to go to conferences and to workshops. And I've been very lucky to go to 3 conferences, and there is another one waiting for me later on in the summer, and to a couple of workshops as well. And so it's really cool actually to be able to have that money to present your research and to show your research to the world, and also to do research, because we can also get competitive funding for experiments or whatever you do as a researcher. So that was one of the most and the crucial actual advantages of HEC resources that I had access to, except maybe for birds that are singing, as you can hear. So that's also a resource, the beauty of the nature out here. So HEC Paris is a center for artificial intelligence in business and society, and it's been established a couple of years ago by HEC Paris and the Institut Polytechnique de Paris, which is basically a research center joined with the industry, where researchers are looking at how AI is impacting business and society, both from technological point of view and the business point of view. And so my research is focused on how people work with artificial intelligence and what applications it has for businesses and for the ways that people work. And I've been very lucky to receive the scholarship which is basically a cost of living scholarship that covers my daily expenses. And I'm a recipient of that since 2021. So for the 2 last years of my PhD studies, I've been a recipient of that scholarship, and I take part, of course, in the activities of HEC Paris by presenting my research. And it's a great opportunity to get to know people in the business that are working on those artificial intelligence applications, and to cross-check whether the research that we do is relevant and is important. And well, it looks like it is, so that's good news. Advice. What advice I would give? That's a difficult question, but I think the most important thing to do as a student, as a PhD student, and as a student in general, is to be curious and to be open-minded, and to take advantage of the community here at HEC, because people are very open. People are very open across disciplines, and they're very excited about people coming up to them and talking about ideas. So yeah, be open, be curious, be outgoing, and be proactive in talking to people and sharing your ideas, and also learning from their ideas. I think that would be the thing to do to be successful.